star? Yeah, one of them. It's, wait a second. Wait, I'm not searching for my link.
Daddy.
It's going to take me too long. I have one that's an actual gold star drawn terribly somewhere within my reaction memes folder. It says, at least you tried. So I should really change the fresh meat to gold star with at least you tried. Just be as condescending as possible for people to show up, because in case anyone hasn't noticed it, I am kind of a fucking asshole to everyone and anything, because why the hell not? I'm cool with that. I'm alright with eating people. I already eat them out. Well, yeah, of course.
Oh
That's
no.
the way it works.
Uh-oh.
It's that fucking thing from high school. Women are like a box of KFC. Once you're done eating the breast and thighs, there's just a greasy box to put your bone in. I apologize to everyone. It was fucking high school. Give me a break. Calm the fuck down. It was just high school, ladies and gentlemen. It's juvenile, but I'm supposed to be an adult. I try. Okay?
I'm trying. He's trying to be an adult.
KFC, really? Well, we don't have fucking Popeye's chicken here, mate. We don't. We don't have the fucking cool shit you Americans do. We don't. We don't have that. But Zetas has a PP too. You got a bit of a. You got a. You're posting for me at PP too. Is that what you're doing, Zetas? Is that what you're doing, my child? Because I happen. I'm absolutely not going to show you this folder. But I have this folder, which has quite a few things. So just for you, since you wanted to post me a very nice green gentleman, I will give you this. You may take this tritium PP. It appears only one in this many memes, so you may have this. You may screenshot and have this out of nowhere like an RKO. You may have this one. Okay. That is a thing which I give to you, Zetas. Yes. You and only you. No one else is allowed to take that. It's that's not allowed. It's not allowed at all. You can't have that. You can't have that. But Zetas, yes, you can have that. I would give you a gift, but you can't have that either. the gifts are very they're oh so sacred and tasty. Really, that's even worse. I want fucking church chicken. Gaza was telling me about fucking church chicken, about how it started there in Texas, and it's apparently like the best, but it's spreading. We don't have that shit either. You would be surprised how retarded this country is when it comes to fast foods. We just more of you Americans are coming over here and starting your show me. Yeah, that's hot. That's hot. I'm gonna. Oh yes. You can What? She's your wife, you idiot. It's a joke, anything, but I get it. But no, look. I've got one. You got amazing game where you can like keep two of them together. Power to you, Duck. It's Gaza is no. There's no.
What? Who? Hello?
Look, mate, they're your wives, alright? Mate,
Hello?
It's alright. I like that everyone finds me so agreeable and likable.
Okay.
I'll take that as a victory. But your wives,
Okay.
Right? I have.
Sure, I'll look up your thing, and you followed me just to leave, you witch.
Look, me in the future, when you read this again, like later on down the line, scrutinize this. Scrutinize that greatly. I don't know what that means, but it's a fucking something. But no, you have two wives. Your wives are your responsibility, mate. You're their responsibility. Maybe that's the way that it is done. You're their responsibility and not the other way around. You're playing that Argonian again. Beautiful. Honestly, being in the UK, there's way too many fast food places near where I live. It's taking over. Really? Why?
Go away.
I thought that yeah, fast food and shit was becoming less of a thing there, because isn't like UK pushing for more fucking vegetarians and stuff? I heard that's a thing. You guys are like leading the charge. I mean, I keep hearing about your fucking vegetarian sausage rolls that everyone's going batshit over and it's doing amazing sales. I mean, it's not fast food, but you know, the UK vegetarian sausage rolls that even all the vegans like to eat is apparently a thing. Yeah, I thought there was less, because all the fish and chip shops are starting to shut down. Yeah, our fast food is going up. Yeah, I know. I know. I read things, mate. I know what your fucking fast food shit is doing. It's kind of amazing, actually. It's the thing is, it's going intercontinental. Your shit is coming out here. We had, what's that crap called? Carl's Jr., mate. We've got that Carl's Jr. stuff starting up here. I didn't even know that was a thing until it came here, and I ate the waffle fries, and I thought that was pretty fucking amazing. Never had a waffle fry before. Yeah, they're fucking, that's big boy food, is what that is. Ooh, big boy food. Put the diddle in.
Yet you ate it.
Yeah, but fucking, you're talking to something that's akin to a sawn-off idiot at the best of times, duck. So, fuck me if I'm not caught up for stuff. Our fast food is going up. We now have Mexican food placed on every corner. But is that really a bad thing?
Is that really a bad thing?
Literally around 6. Well, if it was literally, it should be just 6. But okay, so around 6 McDonald's, two Starbucks, Costas, in the supply. What the fuck? Why do you have 6 McDonald's like packed into one place? How much McDonald's do fucking people need? Like, it's not even your fault, Zens, but what the hell is that shit about exactly? Who puts that many in like such a cramped area? What is that? Like, they got Mexican on every corner, you got fucking McDonald's on every corner. Talk about overkill, if there was ever fucking overkill. That seems like a bunch of bullshit if you ask me. What the fuck? Yummy, you ate it. So please bend over. It's not. I've heard things. Not to go back, we have about 20 Starbucks in why? Starbucks is a shit though. No one goes to Starbucks. Why? That's fucking worthless. They don't even make that good coffee, honestly. Well, I mean, they do better coffee than 7-Eleven, but it's like fucking...
Zymer tracks on YouTube.
It's really unremarkable otherwise. It's a lot of money for kind of jack shit. We live in a rich area. So what, people are just too good to make their own fucking instant coffee?
Yes.
To, you know, plunge their own fucking coffee? It seems fucking lazy, is what that seems. That just seems real fucking lazy.
Yes, yep. Yes, yep.
That's epic tier laziness, and everyone agrees. No, that's beautiful. The Chinese takeaway places are even worse. Well, I don't know, dude. Zed, do you live near like a fucking Chinatown or something? Not the Chinese places here are really that far, like few and far between or nothing. And yes, Gaza does like Chinese.
We all know
buffet.
this.
Well, I mean,
we all know this.
Chinese buffet, that's just really OP good food though. Alright. So,
we all know this.
But I don't think I've seen anywhere in this country where there's just so many Chinese restaurants packed into one place outside of like a Chinatown. No, not really, just a village with tons of family businesses. Well, that's not exactly bad. Like, yeah, okay, so it's takeaway food, but I mean, family businesses is just family businesses.
Need something?
They're just relaxing. Ooh, they're all naked.
That's saying woody. I mean, no one's saying you.
I want to join them.
Although, it seems like you're in a village with heaps of family businesses. So does that mean that you're in like a major city, like part of London? not saying like East End or nothing, but would that mean that you're in a densely populated area where okay, so you're in a densely populated area. Well, then that makes sense, because it isn't in Wales. You're right. Well, that's fine then. It's only fucking Wales, mate. That's not even that bad. I mean, you don't have to go there. you can just go anywhere else and just not buy their shit. It's fine. South Wales is where most of the big cities are. Yeah, it's hot. Hot and tasty. But still, you don't have to eat all that Chinese food and fucking Maccas and stuff. I don't understand. Why would McDonald's throw so many resources into one fucking area? That seems pretty fucking stupid, no? Why the fuck? People only have so much money. They do. Just fucking McDonald's and Chinese? That's cancer. Who wants to eat all that crap all the time? Ugh. Filth. I'm trying to think of fucking hell. The amount of MSG and all that shit fucking kill you real quick. Not to mention sodium would make you into a fucking a whale real quick. Yes, well look, I could eat my own body weight in sweet and sour pork, I'm sure, if I could, but I'm not gonna do it every fucking day. I'll be the biggest fucking... I'll be a beach ball by the time I go back to work.
A beach ball?
Through all the fucking salt. That shit fucks you so badly. It really does. That day that I went and bought Chinese, I ended up buying Chinese food for like 2 or 3 days.
We have one, I think.
And I ended up having those days off, and then when I went back to work, I'm like, fuck, I can barely bend over. And then, well, not really, but I was finding it was harder to do anything, and I just felt like such a gooball. Because I was sitting there like, oh god, everything sucks. I hate my life. It was worth it though. It was fucking so worth it though. Could I do it every day? Nah, not a chance. Not a fucking chance. Not one hope in Hades. No way. What's all this? McDonald's are franchises. Are they? Wait, are McDonald's actually franchises? I thought it was all corporate. I didn't actually think it was franchised now. That's sad. That's actually sad if they went fucking sold out. Well, I guess since my town is very active during the day, there'd be a lot of activity. Yeah, if it's workers, there'd be heaps of people stopping in at work. That would make sense. But still, like, fucking, that's not a lot of variety though, dude. Like, fucking McDonald's and Chinese, just, it seems like the lack of variety here. It's like, if it's not kebabs, it's burgers. If it's not burgers, it's fucking pizza. If it's not pizza, it's fucking KFC. If it's not KFC, it's Subway to the end. Or plus some Chinese and some Indian places. It's so worthless here in terms of fucking quality. Not to go over the same thing we've been over before, or like a million times, but it seems like UK is
Someone do something.
kind of annoying. Wait. I want Chinese 24/7. I wish my body would agree with you. We have one, I think. A 24/7 Chinese. That's fucking ballsy. Every exit going up the highway, there's a McDonald's. We have kind of the same thing. There's always some fast food per exit. Not specifically McDonald's, but half the time McDonald's is there. And it gets more expensive as the exits go up.
Yeah.
But are you talking about getting further away from a major city? That would make sense, but it's also profiteering, which is real disgusting on their part, but we're talking about businesses being businesses wanting to capitalize, so you can't really fucking blame them, can you? So yum, but it's 90% carbs, which is annoying. Agree. Yes, it's franchised. I didn't actually know that. Kinda surprised, and also wondering why of all things McDonald's would franchise out and not be a corporate entity. That seems counterproductive, and it seems like they've got less control in light of some of the things which I've posted about recently, but yeah, that's fucked. Just like Subway, it's franchised as well. Yeah, I didn't know that. I honestly didn't know that, only because I look into McDonald's so little, I guess. I don't really eat from there at all. Let's talk burgers. What a burger. What a burger? What a burger what?
Oh, come on,
What does that even mean? What a burger? yeah, also the Tesco's a lot. Maybe too many. Yeah, I've heard things about your fucking Tesco's. I keep seeing them in the...
Oh my
people
God.
are pissed off about little bits and pieces that they do, and basically the poor quality of some things in some areas, and people finding shit in their food sometimes, and people being annoyed by other things to do with Tesco, and
You can see why she likes this guy?
people whinge about some shit. They really whinge about some shit, and then newspapers pick it up and then report about people whinging about shit, because that's just how worthless people are. People love to whinge, and then people love to read about other people
And it
whinging.
still
It's
trips
fucking,
me out
it's
that it was
amazing.
founded in Corpus.
I hate that they
69
sold out
years
to
ago.
Chicago.
Whataburger?
What?
Whataburger? Yeah. It was
What?
founded in Corpus.
They have since...
That makes sense. I mean,
HBO, I want to say.
Look it up. Google it.
Hold on, let me look that up before I start lying.
Have you told me about Whataburger?
yes.
Ah, yeah, the Wonder Woman logo. Ah, yes.
I remember this now.
Okay, it was founded in
I remember
Purdue.
now. Ah, yes, yes,
My
we
bad,
have
I
had that
lied.
talk about.
Oh,
Ah,
that's
yeah.
Bunny, Bunny, come
I
here.
remember the Wonder Woman logo, and I was like, holy shit, that's hot.
That's
Also,
hot.
Like, almost copyright infringement. I'm surprised they got away with it. But yeah, sure.
Because they were founded before Wonder Woman?
Yeah,
Changed your
great.
logo to that?
No problem. So what about it then? Alright, so you're mentioning Whataburger. I know Gaza has mentioned it before, on one occasion.
One
A
occasion?
long time ago.
That one time, long
So,
time ago?
What about it? We don't really do burgers and shit. Well, I mean we do, but fucking Zetas would agree with me. We have... Okay, so we've got some big burger shops, right? Just like other places. Like, people will come out here and set up... Holy hell, that's a fucking Lincoln 12 bits. That did not transfer. Whatever that was did not transfer. No, it didn't. Alright, so Zetas will agree with me. We probably. Put that through tinyURL. That's a great suggestion. Ah, Miss K's. That is a thing. Alright.
What's a
so
tiny
Zetas will
URL?
agree with me. We've got some places, but the majority of my burgers around here come from fish and chip shops, funnily enough. They all do like hamburgers and crap anyway. Like, sure, there's McDonald's. There's what you
I'm
call
watching
burgers,
you while I'm
and they're,
streaming.
It's a company that streams it.
Oh, that looks kind of like a really small Whopper. There's, yeah, that looks kind of like a fucking tiny ass Whopper. And what's with the giant piece of fucking onion, by the way? Weird. And a glazed bun, also weird. I only came upon a glazed bun not too long ago, like for the first time. That was a fucking revelation. I much prefer
The link that leads you to another link.
I agree with
smaller
you.
words.
I agree that fish and chip shops have better fucking burgers than McDonald's do. And McDonald's has really fucking worthless tier burgers. However, I was recently made aware of... I was saying it earlier on, how a lot of Americans, well not a lot, but some Americans are coming out here and they're realizing that there is a lack of variety. But with a lack of variety comes opportunity. So Americans coming out here and starting businesses. And it's not just burger places, it's a whole heap of crap. Like, we've got, you know, more and more Mexican, we've got more and more Mexican restaurants opening up, and, you know, a whole bunch of other shit throughout the, Garbage Man timed out Buttonfly for... oh, I get shit on. Get Buttonfly, why though? Why? What did he do?
What happened? Who did that? Who did that?
Why get timed out? Well, what did Buttonfly do? Why do you like this?
What did he do?
Because Buttonfly has
I'm
said
curious.
he could
I've never
show him
seen
that link using his
Flex
mod
before.
privileges.
Why would you do that to him?
Garbage Man said, what mod thing? Like
just
that
got
one?
smacked.
And he timed him out.
He got smacked. Garbage Man just backhanded Buttonfly. That was kind of...
You told me to use my mouth powers.
Tell me you... Ah, okay. Well, congratulations. I didn't had privilege. Ah, yeah. Beautiful. I
Infinitesimal
here's
nun?
that a real fucking sleep for none.
Sleep to nun.
Ain't gonna happen. A little Duckenstein. It ain't gonna
Duckenstein?
Yeah, see, Gaza knows what's good. You can clear out entire swaths of mobs with a fucking bone or a flower. So that's really all you need. Hey,
Mike! Mike, tell me how it is.
That's what I'd reckon you do.
Practice. One learns best by hitting real people. Oh yes, experience.
Allow you to have.
Things strange happens to Genjit when they arrived in Skyrim. What? They're the people of Skyrim are better looking than the ones in Cyrodiil. He has no opinion on the matter. All people are beautiful to him. He's talking about the graphic updates. He's tired now. Go bother somebody else. Okay.
We're talking about, yeah, so Americans are coming out here and starting businesses. The fish and chip shops were the best places to get burgers up until they started opening places here. Now we've got, Garbage Man was mentioning Miss K's. Miss
I
K's
hope zombie comes and eats you.
There's this place called, it's around the corner from Manor.
Screw you.
But I go there every now and again.
Screw you, Skeever.
Whatever that place is called, it's kind of, the name sounds like Whataburger. It's something stupid like a burger me or some bullshit. It's something weird like that. Something like that opened up, and they got really good stuff when we go up to the place on top of the hill now and again. We actually have Denny's here now, which I'm pretty sure is only ever in the US. I have not seen one of those yet. Actually, we had, what's that shit called? The Wendy's? Wendy's, I think it's called. No, not necessarily, Duck. Like, kangaroos are, funnily enough, they're a pest. They actually outnumber human beings, and they're seen as basically a pest. So, people do eat them. But funnily enough, they're like, on the coat of arms. It'd kind of be like if you had a bald eagle on your whatever, and then you decided you were going to eat them. It's kind of the same thing. I don't understand why people decide to eat them, but they don't taste that great anyway. If you've ever eaten one, which you probably haven't. But no, we generally don't. It's worthless. What is Duck, Duck, Go? What the fuck are you doing, Butterfly? What is this crap? What is...
What is this?
Ah, yes, this thing again.
I literally don't see them.
Natural melted
And of
cheddar,
course now I
natural
just
juicy
That's
patty, tasty bacon, macaroni and cheese, bits of bacon, hot cheese sauce, a wholemeal bun though, that seems like cancer. You put all that shit on there and I don't understand. Is that fucking truffle aioli? Why? Why would you truffle anything? That's cancer. Truffles taste like AIDS. Have you ever had truffles, Butterfly? It's crap. It's fucking the worst kind of mushroom you can ever have. It's fucking garbage. Actual garbage. I can't imagine. Fucking truffles are crap. It looks, yeah, I'll actually side with Duck on that. I don't think that patty looks too fresh, mate. Not to be contrary to you, but yeah, no, I don't actually believe that patty looks too fucking fresh. No. I just see a camera with a slash. I do not see that. Ah, I see the mod powers now button. Ah, yes. Yes, there is a thing. You just you hit the wheel and then it comes up. Yeah, we had a Wendy's here. And it was kind of, that was interesting for a little bit, but now they don't really exist. And the ones that do exist have really basic stuff. Like in America, they have all these fucking weird burgers at Wendy's. I think that's where the Baconator and shit lives.
Yes.
Or resides. I've heard of it. But yeah, that is a thing that exists in one of their burger places. But the American Wendy's has all this shit that I keep hearing about. So when it appeared here, it didn't actually have any of the crap that I've ever heard of. I was actually kind of disappointed. I was like, well, how come they get all the good stuff? I wish we had all this good stuff. Although I'll say this about between here and the UK, it's nice that we're not the only ones that have jack shit by way of fast food. It's good that it's all of the Commonwealth. That actually fills me with confidence in a weird fucking way. As long as I'm not alone in my misery, that's fantastic. Because I'm sure Butterfly's starved for fucking variety over there on his little islands. Yeah, that's good. It's good I'm not alone. I feel very fucking accepted or something. Maybe. That burger is no in void. Do you mean null and void? Null?
Yes, he is going to
Null
correct your spelling.
and void.
Yes.
That's how it's fucking done. Null and void. Not no in void. What? I don't understand what that means. I don't know what that fucking means. No in void. What? Null and void? Like it's not even a burger?
Yeah, basically.
Well, it sounds like you do.
Yeah, Garbage Man's saying, well, it sounds like you do. So, do what? Sounds like I'm fixing your grammatical errors. That's what it sounds like, mate. It sounds like I'm fixing that shit for you, because you're correcting it.
Come on, you're okay.
Well, I got the gist. The thing is, if you're gonna fucking write it, at least write it correctly.
Oh!
Come on. Is that an offer?
That's the wrong moment, come!
That's a thing what I can do, mate. I'm sure. And I know for a fact you can do it too.
Emmy, do not correct me.
Yes.
I did that on purpose.
Yes, Jenny.
No.
Everyone comes.
He's telling you not to fix it.
It's a real good and tasty. The way this is. See? The garbage man, look, everyone comes and poops. Natural state.
Come now, you don't usually like that, man.
New pizza chain. What's it called? You're telling the story, you fucking tell me. You understand what he meant? Yeah, well, look, I have to decipher half the shit that Joe Bruce writes because he intends to write fucking English. No, look, Joe Bruce is a good boy. I enjoy Joe Bruce. He's pretty good. Sal's Pizza. Pizza Hut isn't really pizza though. Like Garza was going on about my pickle rant that I went on once upon a time about how fucking Americans put it on everything. It's kind of like people.
Yes, I'm doing this on purpose.
Shit that doesn't need bottle. Americans have a burger of any kind, it's fucking 10 pickles. They'll have a pickle burger where ground up pickles are actually part of the dough, and then they'll make burgers out of it. Because fucking, if it's American, it has to have pickles on it. If it's burgers, if it's got bread, it has to have pickles. That's just the way that Americans work. They're a race of. It's kind of like American fetuses are actually pickles, and then in the body, the DNA just changes them from a pickle into a person, so they're all pickle people. It's like within the womb, they're in that pickling liquid within the dill liquid itself. That's just the way that Americans are. That's I don't understand how they can like pickles fucking so much. I don't know. I just don't understand. Pizza Hut though, Pizza Hut is Pizza Hut ain't really pizza. It's like Domino's ain't really pizza. Me and Garza went over this, I believe, one of the first times that she ever showed up to one of my streams, and that was you can't gauge Italian food based on Pizza Hut and Domino's because it's
Pizza
just
isn't
unfair.
Italian.
It's kind of like, as the example I gave her back then, it's kind of like saying that Taco Bell is indicative of all of what Mexican food is. It's bullshit. It's just takeaway slop is what it is. It's fucking rubbish. Pizza Hut and Domino's are the most basis takeaway pizza stuff that you can get. Go and find an independent place. Go and find an independent place that is... But pizza is not Italian. I'm fucking aware of that, duck. But ask any pleb, ask any knuckle dragger what it is, and they'll go, ooh, it's Italian. And then they'll judge everything on it being Italian. The thing is, people will go to Italy, and they'll go looking for places because that's what they identify with. The Italians actually had to learn how to fucking make it because tourists wouldn't shut the fuck up.
Oh my god, it's near last vigil. Okay, that makes sense.
They wouldn't shut the fuck up about that food and realize that they could actually make money from it. So then they started making pizzas over there. And then ended up making it better than fucking American. So
Hello.
it's one of the best chefs in the world is actually an Italian chef who had to learn.
Oh hell yeah,
one
Skyrim.
Of his,
Oh
things
jeez.
is a pizza actually.
BLED.
There you go. It's,
Is someone actually watching my stream still?
thing what you
No.
Right.
Pussy pussy kiss.
Taco Bell is top tier. No, it's
COC same mod.
It's not Mexican, it's Mexican if you're gonna fucking do that sort of shit.
People were watching my stream and I didn't even realize it because I'm so focused on curator.
Look, this is what I think about your pleb comment. Look, Duck, you wrote all those fucking letters, and I didn't even read one of them, not a single one. So, whatever you thought about my pleb comment, I think enough about your comment on my pleb comment that I'm not actually going to read your comment. I'm not going to read it, and I'm just going to go on
There's
with
nothing
it.
to read,
If that works for you, it also works for me. In fact, even if it doesn't work, it works for me. So, in the end, I win, because I always do.
In the end I win because I always do. Oh Jesus, he's stroking. Oh Jesus, he's picking the fight with the wrong person. Jesus. Jesus Christ.
Lord save me from the stupidity within my soul. But then he won't, because someone's got to be a fucking asshole all the time. Might as well be me. Yep. Good. Okay, so I've done. Yeah, always and forever. I'll play the long game and I'll still always win. There's nothing there to read. Yeah, but I'm only glancing at your shit. I'm not deciphering anything that's there in your fucking retarded finger mashing.
Do you really like him that much now, Daddy?
Chosen to write for me. For all I know, it could be fucking some sort of Texan binary. I've been surprised by less. Who can say? Alright, I've done like 3 hours of this shit. It's 9 o'clock. I have work in the morning. I'm not sure about anyone else, but I'm working stiff. And tomorrow is a work day, so I'm doing that. I will be back tomorrow evening to do news posting and reading, because of course I will. As Lilith and Garza have pointed out, they'll be streaming tomorrow. So, if anyone's here who hasn't followed either one of them, fucking go and do it. Speaking of Third Legion, since I'm on that fucking topic, Garbage Man also wouldn't mind a few other followers, since he's also real good at his shit. And Buttonfly is over 100, so yeah, go and throw. Since we're talking about Italian, treat your follow like it is a piece of only just cooked spaghetti. And if Buttonfly's channel is a wall, throw it up against there and see if it's cooked. And remember, if it sticks, it's done. If it doesn't, then it's not. I don't know, it's not looking, but I'm leaving it because I'm tired and also, not really annoyed, just amused. Alright, so, to build on your wall again, I haven't built a wall. I haven't built a fucking wall. What are you talking about? What are you even talking about, Duck? You high? Stop being high.
Stop being high.
Good night, yes. Good night, all of you. Good night, all of you. You are, the three of you are, what's best? Yeah, the three of you can, all of you can decide which three of you are the best, but I think you already know. You wonder how I get all the chicks? No, I don't. I've actually never wondered that in my entire existence. I don't believe it's ever crossed my mind in all of my knowing of you, Duck, how it is that you get women. Do you know why that is? Because I actually don't care. Yeah, I know, they're fucking amazing, right? Who would have thought that I wouldn't have cared? I know that you have them. Power to you. Power to them. Yeah, power to all of you getting along and having such a nice, happy family. I like you enough that we converse so regularly and so freely and so greatly. Why it is that you're together is completely irrelevant to me in every sense of the word. I do not wonder how it is that you stack up women like kindling for fucking winter. I don't know, and then I don't care. I care that some of you exist though.
Aw, he means you, by the way, Garza.
I like Garza, she's good.
Garza.
Right?
Lily's alright.
Your an acquired taste, I suppose.
You're Chase, I suppose.
Oh, I love
him.
So you're the beaten. You're the beaten in.
Oh my god.
Fucking beetroot. Listen to me, you fucking vegetable. I'm not a fucking beetroot, alright?
Oh, this is so much fun.
Get a poultry because you're a fucking duck. Alright, so I'm going now.
You're my living room. You should hear my living room now.
I'm going now. I'm at work. Wait, Brit Bomb.
I think I broke him. I think I broke him.
Wait, mate.
I think I broke him.
Did you break? Don't break curator. Don't break
I'll
curator.
be back to do shit tomorrow.
Don't break curator.
Write me a novel. I'll read it while I'm on the can. Write me a novel about how your living room sounds, and I'll read it while something is passing out of my body. Yeah, that's what we'll do. All right. Bye.
I love you. I really.
Damn it.
Oh damn.
That was fun. Wow.
I don't know why that's as funny as it was.
That was very funny. You messed hardcore with curator over there.
How many sounds chapter 1 days? Oh my god.
Did someone steal your sweet roll? Yes, I stole out your dead corpse.
Seriously still writing in his chat?
What?
I mean, he is still alive. He just has the page on, but that's besides the point. Oh, damn.
People like streetwear and dogs. So how do I drop a streetwear line for dogs on the internet? And hey, you know where I can find a dog influencer to rock my gear? Ah, well, that's all right. I know it.
What did he say before?
Okay.
What did he say before? Let me see.
No, that's just what Daddy was saying.
So you just going back in it?
No, Daddy was just typing. He's still technically live. It's like just switching between these. He's still live. He just switched to his end page, basically.
Sad. Pussy Rasha. Ratchen. Pussy kiss. Pussy kick. Okay. Hello. Welcome to the jungle where they come into the games.
Are you done trolling people?
No, I think he's gonna go find another game to troll people in. Because that was just too much fun for him.
Alright. Were you having fun? Were you having fun? Curator?
Yes, definitely was having fun with Curator. Wait. What was I doing?
Whatever you're doing.
I don't know. I must be... I need to go all the way over here now. Russian guys, running faster than the speed of light. Rushing fast, going so fast it ain't gonna last. Thunderstone Gorge. Kill the horse? No! No, I'm not gonna kill my horse. No, I'm not gonna kill this horse. Put on cat ears, kitten. Ugh. Ah, she is deadly. What? Who followed me? Was that you, Daddy? Thank you for the follow. It's deadly. There, crab bear, you have crabs. Yes, he is an armored crab. He holds stuff. Let me get up there. Let me up. Let me up. Let me up. That is a rock wall. Yes. Where are you? Where are you?
You need to do more than that. You gotta finish it.
Killing! Killing! I'm hungry. You taste nice. You taste good. Yum, yum, yum.
Hey, Russ. Thanks for those. I don't know what my
just tossed him off the cliff. Yeah, this should have a place to... I decapitated that witch.
Sir, listen to me. We're gonna make a move.
On August 23rd,
People are gonna fall.
summer ends.
Okay.
It can be difficult to pick the right follower for your build or playstyle in Skyrim. There are just so many followers to choose from. After all, there are at least 8 different housecarls, and then there are companion followers, Dawnguard followers, mercenaries, and even followers associated with the Dark Brotherhood and College of Winterhold. Beyond that, there are certain followers that can't die, that have no level cap, or even some followers that can train you in specific skills provided you have the gold to pay them. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing what I think are the worst followers available to the player in Skyrim Remastered or Special Edition. However, before I start, I want to address a couple of disclaimers and explain why certain NPCs are on this particular list. For the most part, I am comparing followers to other followers in terms of raw stats when they achieve their maximum level cap. I've largely been able to do this thanks to a Google spreadsheet that can be found on the Elder Scrolls Wiki, and I will be leaving a link to that in the description if you're interested. This may also mean that a particular follower may not be entirely horrible, but they also aren't necessarily the best choice, and that there are much better options out there for you to use. So, without further ado, these are what I think are the top 7 worst male and female followers available to the player in Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Remastered, starting now. Number 7, Koznak. So Koznak is a Breton one-handed warrior follower with a maximum level of 30 that specializes in heavy armor, one-handed weapons, and block. He comes from Markarth and can be found in the Warrens or at the Silver Blood Inn. And to acquire Koznak as a follower, you can challenge him to a brawl, and if you win, he will join you. And it costs about 100 gold to start the brawl with him. Koznak has ultimately made this list because when compared to other followers that are acquired in a very similar way, he ultimately has inferior stats. You'll ultimately find that somebody like Uthgerd the Unbroken maxes out at the same level as Koznak, can be acquired much earlier than Koznak, and then when it comes to specialties at max level, Uthgerd the Unbroken just has a higher skill in one-handed weapons than Koznak does. You may also find that other level 30 followers like Karjo and Borgok the Steelheart not only have a better one-handed skill than Koznak, but they also tend to be better with heavy armor and block. Not to mention that Karjo in particular makes a better archer, and Borgok the Steelheart has a fairly high sneak skill.
Something about the Borderlands
Koznak, on the other hand, is significantly less versatile and less proficient than these other 2 followers. The other problem is that you have to go to Markarth in order to recruit him, and while this isn't a problem if you're aware about the carriage that allows you to pay gold to go to places, beginning players may not get to Markarth until much later on in the game.
Is that on a Friday?
I think there are just much better one-handed warriors that you can get as followers. While Koznak is certainly not as bad or as awful as some of the later followers on this list, you'll still find that he is lacking when compared to somebody like Uthgerd the Unbroken, Karjo, or Borgok the Steelheart. Number 6, Onmund. Poor Onmund. While he isn't absolutely or irredeemably horrible or anything, you do realize he is inferior when compared to both Jazargo and Braelina Marion. In both cases, I would say Onmund is completely outclassed, and while I will go into more detail shortly, you'll find that J'zargo is going to make a much better battle mage, while Braylina ends up being a superior, straightforward mage class. You can get Onmund as a follower upon completing the Onmund's Request side quest mission located at the College of Winterhold. When you compare Onmund with J'zargo, you'll find that Onmund can only max out at level 30, while J'zargo doesn't have a maximum level at all. It's also worth mentioning that since J'zargo can reach a higher level, he is also able to reach level 100 in heavy armor, one-handed, destruction, restoration, and illusion. Otherwise, because J'zargo doesn't have a specific level cap, he ends up being one of the better followers for you to choose out of all of the followers in the game, especially if you intend on playing past level 30. To put it more simply, J'zargo is just going to be a better battle mage follower than Onmund will ever be. A more fair comparison would be with Braylina. While Braylina is more of a mage class, you'll find that she has the exact same amount of health as Onmund when she reaches level 30. And while Braylina isn't as good with destruction magic, she is definitely better with illusion, alteration, and the conjuration schools of magic than Onmund is. Braylina will also occasionally conjure Atronox during battle as well, which can help to draw aggro from enemies. And if you are also a summoner, having an additional summoner may actually be really useful. I guess sort of like Koznak, I suppose it should be mentioned that Onmund isn't entirely awful, but when you start to make comparisons to the other followers that you can get at just the College of Winterhold, it is clear that Onmund does come up pretty short. If you want a good battle mage, just use J'zargo. Number 5, Torvar. So Torvar is a member of the Companions that specializes in one-handed, heavy armor, block, archery, and two-handed. Like the other companions that aren't a part of the inner circle and thus aren't werewolves, Torvar has a maximum level of 25. Torvar can become a follower once you complete the Glory of the Dead quest for the companions. In fact, all of the companions will follow you once you complete this specific quest. Something I will say is that just among the companion followers in particular is that there is a lot of competition for one-handed warriors. While many of these characters have low max levels, you'll ultimately find that some of them provide useful services. Both Najada Stonearm and Athis are valuable skill trainers specializing in block and one-handed respectively, and both of them are expert trainers too, making them incredibly useful for players that want to level up either of these skills. The only other companion follower that's similar to Torvar is Rhea. When you compare Torvar and Rhea ultimately has superior stats in heavy armor. So, sort of like Koznak, Torvar is a less specialized version of Rhea, and ultimately he's going to get like more points in two-handed, which really should have been put in one-handed or the heavy armor skill tree. Torvar would be lower on this list if not for two things, which ultimately set him apart from the other companion followers in Skyrim. The first thing is that if Torvar manages to die, you can receive an inheritance from him of 200 gold, and this may be nice if you decide to sacrifice him to Boethia. Also, unlike many of the other companions, Torvar will resist arrest and will fight the Hold Guards if you want him to. At the end of the day, though, I think you're ultimately going to find that these benefits don't outweigh the negatives. Number 4, Ogmer and Belival. So these two followers are members of Skyrim's Dawnguard faction, and both are almost, if not exactly the same when it comes to their stats. This is because both of these characters are bandit class followers, and both of them also happen to reach a maximum level of 25. The only difference between the two appears to be that Ogmer is a male Nord, while Belival is a female Wood Elf. Both specialize in one-handed, two-handed, block, and light armor, though Belival may be slightly better at archery, while Ogmer is probably slightly better with melee weapons. What's frustrating about these two is just how similar they are. Both can only reach a max level of 25, both of them are based on the bandit NPC class, and largely both of them share the same skill specialization. When you start to compare them to the other Dawnguard members, you've got characters like Ingjerd, who specializes in two-handed weapons, Durak, who is more of a ranger class that also specializes in one-handed weapons, and then you have Ceylon, who is more of your typical defense-based one-handed warrior class, sort of like a Housecarl. It's also important to mention that all three of these potential followers don't have a specific level cap, where both Ogmire and Belial do. It's clear that while Bethesda gives you the option to make Ogmire and Belial your followers, they're clearly not intended for long-term use. Both of these characters are worse than all of the level 25 companion followers you can acquire, and this even includes Torvar, who I just said was kind of lousy. If I guess I had to pick one, I'd recommend Ogmire, but even then, neither of them are worth your time and effort, especially when you get the chance to acquire the other three followers that have no level cap and are more specialized anyway. Number 3, Adalasia Vendici. So now we're going to be getting into the entries of various followers that are based on either mining or other civilian-based NPC classes. As you can imagine, and despite some of these followers' appearance, they're not meant for combat at all. And this, of course, means that they may actually be worthless to you. Adalasia, in particular, is labeled in the game as a civilian NPC class, and for this reason, she has specialties and skills that aren't geared for combat. And those are going to be smithing, alchemy, and enchanting. To give you some idea, Adalasia's highest combat skill is one-handed, which reaches 40 at level 25. Keep in mind that Torvar of the Companions has a one-handed skill of 72 at level 25, and he is what I would consider to be one of the lesser of the companion followers. What's so interesting about this follower is that she looks like she might actually be good. When you initially meet Adalasia, she is wearing a set of Imperial armor, and this is sort of funny considering her heavy armor skill is only 20 at level 25, while her light armor skill is 35 at level 25. Regardless, it's apparent that Adalasia is bad no matter what kind of armor you use. It's worth mentioning that Arondir isn't especially great, and he is even more competent than Adalasia when it comes to her own specialties. I suppose to be fair though, Arondir is capable of reaching a higher max level. What's interesting too is that Adalasia doesn't have a single skill that is above level 60 when she reaches level 25. Many of the other level 25 followers do have at least one, and in some cases even 2 or 3. Ultimately, this is really a follower you're going to want to avoid. While you may want to do the side quest to make her available as a follower, I definitely don't think you'll want to actually use Adalasia as a follower. Number 2, Ragi Knotbeard. So if you thought Adalasia Vendici was bad, Ragi Knotbeard is definitely worse. While Adalasia has a level cap that is more in line with the other followers in the sense that she maxes out at level 25, Ragi ends up with a level cap of just level 20. For this reason, you're not just getting inferior maximum health to the other followers available in Skyrim, but you're also getting overall inferior stats to the other followers in Skyrim. Ragi will never have a skill that exceeds level 50, and to make matters even worse, just like Adalasia Vendici, Ragi has an NPC class of Miner, meaning that he's not oriented for combat. His highest combat-related skill is two-handed, that makes out at just level 42. However, his light armor skill is 28, and his specialty skills are in smithing, alchemy, and enchanting, but they never exceed 50. Ragi is found in Kinsgrove, and upon completing his own side quest called Find Ragi Knotbeard's Ancestral Shield, you can gain him as a follower, and he will also improve your block skill by 1 level. So while he may be a relatively lousy follower, it may be worth it to do this quest in order to boost your character's block skill. I'd recommend that you use any other follower in the game. Housecarls and Mercenaries will still be better than Ragi Knotbeard at just level 20, and they max out at level 50 and 40 respectively. And finally, the worst follower in Skyrim, number 1, Sven. So Sven might be the worst follower as well as worst choice for a follower in Skyrim. In my mind, Sven serves as a trap for people that are playing Skyrim for the first time. This is because Sven is acquired depending on how you complete the Love Triangle side quest mission located in Riverwood. Ultimately, you can choose between Sven, who has the same stats as Ragi Knotbeard, or you can choose Feindal, who is not only a decent archer with a maximum level cap of 30, but he is also a skill trainer in archery. I guess their question is, would you rather have a fairly awful follower, or would you rather have a follower that's also a skill trainer? The only advantage to gaining